Hey, he's back
Hey, yeah,
with the horn this time.
exactly.
Hey, Miles, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Mm.
Pretty good. Yeah, Miles, where do you live? Where are you calling it from?
I'm from Tennessee,
Oh, nice. Whereabouts?
Jackson, between Memphis and Nashville.
Awesome. Awesome. And Andrew, you said you're in Boston, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, how can I help? What do you want to chat about?
Um, I don't know. I was just practicing some scales before I hopped on, so I don't
How
know.
how were they coming out? Did you get all 12 keys?
No, I'm just focusing on the ones I know first, and then I'm kind of gonna branch out. But I have them printed out. Let me just get it. I think it's in here.
Miles, how are you on your scales?
I practice them every time I practice, so yeah, I'd say I'm pretty decent on them.
You're able to run them all without any sheet music?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Good. Excellent. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say for you, Andrew, is if what you're doing right now is reading sheet music of the scales, try and get away from that as soon as possible. Because
Yeah,
that's gonna wind up holding you back from really internalizing them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Right.
But it's like, there's different ways of doing, like an easy way to get started with it is just like, yeah, I mean, read it the first time and then, flip the page over and just try and play it without it. Do you know your circle of fifths, Andrew?
yeah. I mean, I know the theory, but it doesn't always come naturally to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so getting the order of sharps and the order of flats memorized is huge. And then it's just, adding a flat each time on the flat side, adding a sharp each time on the sharp side, and then it's just sort of getting them. It's so funny. It's like it becomes like learning your times tables after a while. It's just like doing it over and over again, and then you know, you always think of it the same way after that.
yeah.
Nice. Um, well, cool. Yeah, the what were you practicing?
Me?
Yeah, like which scales do you feel like you got
Um,
so far?
just the B flat, the F, E flat, C, stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, get them down and then start working on those harder keys. It's a lot it's it gets it gets easier the more you do it. You just got to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miles, tell me a little bit about what you're doing, what kind of playing you're getting into.
So I'm playing community bands in my area. The one that is in season right now, we're doing a bunch of military music, so I finally made it to the military band season. Um, so far, I'd say I'm doing well. Something that I would like to work on is playing fast in my lower register. That's something that I'm realizing is a problem. My teacher recommended that I just use a metronome to start playing my scales quickly, and that has helped with playing quick in the lower register. And also, I've been working on the Bordoni book with my teacher, so that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. How about like the kind of stuff like the like sort of tuba based stuff that I've been talking about with like the learning tunes by ear and like improvising and that kind of stuff. Where are you at with those kind of things?
That
What did you say?
I said I've done none of that.
What do you have any sort of like uh goals or dreams or desires in that sort of realm?
So in all honesty, like my goal as a tuba player is to be, the best player I could possibly be, and just, play in the community and support the music in my area. I actually work in mental health as my daytime job, so I'm not doing this as a career. But as far as like as a hobby, just to be the best version of myself I could possibly be. But I would like to do a better job of like playing by ear and stuff like that. That's something that I have absolutely no experience in. So that's honestly why I'm here, so I can be more well rounded in that area.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's that's the biggest thing, and it's what separates most tuba players that like are coming from the world that you're coming from, and the ones that, are playing with the brass bands and playing with just different jazz projects and that kind of stuff is like it's it really, like yeah, so like Andrew came through this afternoon and we were talking about this a little earlier. Is it that like between knowing your scales inside out so that they're super internalized, and then like you know changing it up and like doing all practice them in all sorts of different permutations so that you can become super duper flexible, and then also just like learning songs by ear, and specifically at least with the tuba, it's like a lot of times, um I mean, this is why I preach like the tuba bass thing, is because like it or not, we're a bass instrument. Like so like yeah, it's great to be able to play melodies, it's great to be able to do all sorts of stuff, but like there's a foundational understanding of what it means to hold down a bass line in a rhythm section, and what the responsibilities are that come with that role. And that's sort of step one, is just sort of like getting, like figuring out, listening a lot, analyzing what's going on with that kind of thing. And then, there's a couple different, like, yeah, my big three things that I really try and get, push tuba players to do is like get your ears together, get your internalization of theory together. So it's not just like up here, but like it's actually a useful thing in your playing. And then you got to get your groove together, because it's like the whole thing about the bass roll is that you are like literally the bridge between the drums and the whole rest of the band, harmony wise and all that kind of thing. It's like at the very basic, you listen to the bass drum, to what like the drummer is playing, and you play along with that, but it's like you're adding notes to his bass drum, and then that sort of like provides a scaffolding for the rest of the band or more of a foundation for the rest of the band to sit on top of, that then but like if like yeah, if you're playing the wrong notes, then you're screwing everybody on the harmony side. If you're not locked into the rhythm, then you're screwing everybody on the rhythm side. And so you really it's like this, it's this yeah, it's this knowing that like both things have to be going on at the same time. Um and you're using your ears to do it, so that because it's less of a um it's less of a performance of like a piece and more of like a musical conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
No, I think that's a really good explanation because a lot of people have told me that like tuba playing is like the foundation of all the bands and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, sure, but like, what does that mean? So like, I think you explaining it that if I don't have my rhythm together, then that's gonna throw the rhythm off. But and if I, what was the other thing you said? You said rhythm and
And pitch,
yeah,
because you're getting the not only are you setting the rhythm, but you're also setting the entire foundation of the music. So all the harmonies that people are playing above you will be off as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you explaining that to me is very helpful. So
Yeah. It's all tied together, right? It's like it all yeah, it all comes back to ears, really. It's like yeah, it's like the two things that we were talking about. Hey, what's up, Steve? Was like groove and theory, but both of those things you need to understand it through your ear for, like it needs to be a type of thing where like you can hear something and you can understand what's going on harmonically, and whether or not what you're playing works in what's going on harmonically in the song. Because if you don't know, then you could be doing something wrong. You could be throwing off the rest of the song and all of that kind of stuff. Um, and if you do know, then you are just like being super supportive to everybody. Um, and then the same thing with the groove and the rhythm side, where it's like you want to you want to be able to listen not only with your ears but also like with your body. Like I try and get everybody to really like get physically involved in the rhythm, because then it's very much like a it just the whole point honestly is to try and get everybody to dance, or at least get everybody to feel it, and the best way to do that is to be physically feeling it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's those are the three things is yeah, get your groove together, get your ears together, understand the theory of it, and then that's like a good start, and then it's just learning a ton of tunes, and becoming good at that. Um, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for all of that.
Yeah, I mean it's that's that I mean dude, we're 10 minutes in. It's all good. We got plenty to talk about. How you doing, Steve? What's going on?
Doing okay. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. It's a cold day in Brooklyn, but I'm glad I'm hanging out with a bunch of tuba players.
It's it's effing cold here in Chicago too, so these things kind of spread recently, particularly.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on with you?
Let's see. Um, Had a rehearsal this afternoon. There's a an orchestra for they invite seniors. I'm a little bit over 65. But it's not limited to seniors. There are some other very fine players who come in as well, and their main audience is like assisted living places and schools, nonprofits. So we're not out to get a big buck, but we get together to make music and do it for groups that'll appreciate it. So that's how it goes.
Nice. What are you hoping to talk about tonight?
Well, I mean, I threw an idea at you.
What
Uh,
did you say?
I threw an idea at you with the not online, but yeah, online.
Yeah,
With a
you
message. Are you having trouble hearing me?
so I can hear you.
Okay. Uh, and I don't know if you wanted to put that into the mix, or if not, just see what's cooking.
Yeah, I'm down to talk about anything. I'm very much like, at least how I want to structure these calls for now is just like whatever everybody kind of wants to get into, I'm down to get into it. It's like well, yeah, are you talking about what you DM'd me about? Oh yeah, 'cause you're struggling with Parkinson's, right? And you want to
Mhm.
try and figure out how to get your chops in yeah, explain kind of more what you were thinking about with that.
Yeah. I've been looking around, and there are all kinds of discussion groups and support groups for people with Parkinson's, and I've been asking uh, musicians who have Parkinson's, okay, what have you done to make it work for you? And unfortunately, the answers that I've been getting have been mostly, well, I gave it a try, and it just got harder and harder and harder, and they've given up. There was one exception, a guy who is very young. He's in his 20s or 30s, and he's got Parkinson's, which is unusual.
Wow.
But he posted on Facebook, I think in his own column, not rather than the general feed, that he has set up a routine where he's going to do what he had done in college, and that is start off with some etudes to get the chops up, warmed up, and then go about choosing what he wanted to play. I don't think he was out thinking outside the box as far as going beyond classical music, but he really was the only one who said, I'm going to set goals for myself. And if I don't succeed, at least I'll enjoy the journey, which is, if we love playing this instrument in particular, then it is a labor of love. And frankly, that's my situation. It takes longer since the Parkinson's took hold. It takes longer to do some mental exercises as it applies to music. Sight reading is not as easy because, for a reason that you might not think, it's not just a mental thing. The tremor that comes with Parkinson's ruins the straight ahead vision that you have when you're looking at a piece of paper or a screen with music on it, or any other reading that you're doing. The difference is that when you've got a horn and you're putting it on your face, you can't do too much moving outside of what your chair allows, or if you're standing. It depends on whether you're playing a sousaphone or not, I guess. So it takes a little bit longer to learn music in print, and I don't think my ear has been affected by it much. I still pick up tunes the same level of concentration required. But as far as what happened when I was gigging a little bit more than I am now, and this is going back just 3-4 years ago, the Parkinson's made logistics of going to the gig and setting up and then not having to go to the bathroom more frequently than somebody else. And frankly, I was asked to leave a couple groups because of the logistics things, nothing musical.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I appreciate that. But as far as my own music making goes, I want to still be able to be facile with if it's something written on the page or if it's something where I know the tune, and if I can get a groove going with it.
Yeah, it does sound like you could definitely, because you're talking about like you were like playing in like large ensembles like orchestras and that kind of thing where like it's very, yeah, those types of situations, they just because of what it takes to wrangle 30 to 50 musicians together and get them all on the same page, it has to run a certain way. And but when you're just playing with a group of 5, 6, 7 people, there can be a lot more flexibility in those kind of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. And in fact, I experienced that as well. I didn't just do large ensemble playing. For instance, I had a group that we did a schedule of Oktoberfest gigs every year. And they would be coming in good concentration as far as time is concerned. We'd fill up the weeks in August, September, October, and into November. But, when you go to different locales, each time you do a thing, the amount of space that you have to work with varies. And, particularly somebody with a sousaphone on his or her shoulder, you have to have some real estate.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it seems like, do you have a small horn that you play?
I didn't for those kinds of gigs. Actually, yes, I did. I have a 4/4 nearshul, which serves nicely for a
Like
lot of.
I'm playing a lot of gigs on this little 3/4 Yamaha student model right now.
Oh,
Because it's tiny. It's so tiny and it's so light. And I bought it on eBay for $600. And the thing honks. It's great. I love it. It's but like that's what I would do in your case. Like it sounds fine, and so it's like the I think you got to just prioritize yourself. You got to prioritize like being, being able to do what you can and make it as easy on yourself as you can, and then just like, I mean, you know your scales and stuff, right? You're pretty good with that,
yeah,
and you said your ears are pretty solid, right?
yeah.
So what's holding you back from getting out there and really playing? Like is like outside of like the logistics of the like the hardships of the Parkinson's, like what do you think is really stopping you from like getting yourself back out there? Because I know you said you had like a surgery earlier this year and you're feeling a lot better, right?
Yeah, that's true. I had a spinal stenosis, and my back had to have surgery done to relieve the nerve that was grinding actually inside and making my legs and feet super painful.
Yeah.
But the very day that the surgeon did the back surgery, I was feeling like it was zero pain. It just disappeared overnight. And it was just a case of relearning how to do things that were involved neurologically. And so, yeah, I felt a lot better. But what was also true was that the stenosis was shielding the effects of the Parkinson's. Now that stuff that comes with Parkinson's is not being hidden by anything. So, people would see the tremor and first starting in my right hand, which is I'm right-handed, and then the left hand, as time has gone by, has started joining in, and it made like the band leaders that I played with uneasy because we're right there with the crowd sitting in front of us, and I was responsible for doing the announcing and any singing that was going on. So they lost the tuba during those songs, but
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to be okay with making some compromises for sure. Yeah, there's certain things that you can't do anymore, and you can't take on certain responsibilities, and maybe you gotta and it can go from what I was saying of like just getting the smallest horn you can and all that kind of stuff to also maybe just maybe making sacrifices as far as like even the quality of musicians that you're playing with, and like taking on, doing it in less high quality or less professional situations, where it is just a little bit more of a community, honk fest band vibe experience, or just like the people aren't really like trying to be as like professionally minded about it, but like music is music and it's everywhere, and like there's plenty of musicians and plenty of situations that you can get yourself in to still have a enjoyable time playing, because it's like there's all sorts of levels to this stuff where like you can either want to be a pro and have all of that kind of stuff, but that's like you said, it takes a lot of having your shit together with the logistics and having the right horns and being able to do that, and like for a variety of reasons sometimes people have to stop. Like I know a lot of my friends, like it's just the fact that they had a kid, and like suddenly they can't do what they used to be able to do musically anymore because the logistics of their life don't work out, but they still find musicians to play with, and they still work on their music all the time, and they're still able to have they're still able to enjoy their life playing. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like there could be something where it's like, yeah, you're used to playing in these like really great ensembles, and it could be a little frustrating to sort of like downgrade your standard, but it's if the option is don't play or downgrade your standard, I say downgrade your standard and still at least have fun.
Oh, that was the whole idea. You hit the nail on the head. That's why I agreed to go to the senior symphony.
Yeah.
And there's a thrill to having great musicians around you as you play, but there's pressure when you do that because you got to be on the money every single time. And with the groups like this senior citizens, they're more forgiving.
Yeah.
They provide for the time so that people can get comfortable with whatever's thrown on the music stand. So, yeah. I have a little story about that little Yamaha horn that you have there. There was a guy who was in the Dixieland band that played at Wrigley Field for the Cubs games. They, by the way, they are not active anymore. I guess Cubs management cut it financially, whatever. But anyway, I was called to sub for this guy, and I brought my sousaphone. And after we warmed up a bit, the band leader came up to me and said, "I don't want you to bring that horn next time." What's wrong? Does it sound good? Sounds okay, but we can't get through the crowds with that thing. We have to be able to go between the seats.
Yeah.
Now, this is the same guy who, in between the third and fourth innings of the game that I was playing there, he starts playing his trumpet directly in my ear. I mean, right on the ear, so it was screaming. And I said to him, what's that whole thing for? And he says, "There's no diminished chord in Pennies from Heaven."
Is there a diminished? I don't know Pennies from Heaven. Is there a diminished chord in there?
Well, he didn't think so. He thought it'd stayed on the first 8 beats, and then 4/4. He thought you stay on the tonic, but it's on the fourth chord would be the diminished chord.
Yeah, you could do that walk up. I gotta yeah. I'll check it out. But yeah, dude, that I don't think I can, like I was saying, you're in a different phase, and that's okay. Just be okay with it. Maybe you can't bring the big horn. Maybe you can't, whatever. But like it's also there's a lot of fun to be had still, So don't get discouraged.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I want to make sure that Miles and Andrew, do you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about?
No, not particularly. I'd like to do some playing, but I probably can't keep up with you guys that much.
What do you want to play?
I don't know.
How, actually, I'd like to, let me do, Miles, are you able to play? Is everybody able to play right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do, so there's a thing that I like to do. Let's try and, let me.
Also, my video is like it's frozen of you. Is that just on my end?
Yeah, you are frozen and a little bit pixely, but your audio is still fine.
Let me try to rejoin.
Can you guys hear that? Here, let me think of something that maybe I've been working on So one of the things I'm going to do later this year is I'm going to be launching this sort of like workout class. And so I've been developing a bunch of games that we can play together. I'm trying to think of one that might be good for us. One that I like to do is this sort of like it's like it's like a common chord progression game where we'll pick a common chord progression, and then it's sort of we all just go around making up bass lines on that chord progression. I'll pick a really easy one. We'll do 1 4 5 1. Right.
Okay.
So, actually, Miles, I'm wondering for you, do you know like if I say like 1 4 5 1 in B flat, could you tell me what those chords are?
Saying B flat, E flat, F, and then B flat.
Yeah, good, all major. Andrew, do you know a B flat triad, an E flat triad, and an F triad?
Do you mean like B, D, F?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got B flat, D, F. We got E flat, G, B flat, and we got F, A, C.
Yes.
So, right? Okay, let me see if all. So what? Miles? Are you on a computer?
Yeah.
And does everybody know about the whole like Zoom original sound thing? So make sure your original sound is set to on. And yeah, and so what I want to do is this might be a little hard as far as doing it on a Zoom call with one. Oh, let me try and find this. Maybe let's just. Okay, you know what? Does everybody have access to a metronome? Okay. Or a metronome app or something like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Just get something like that, just so that we can have a metronome going while we're doing it. Or better even is like a drum loop thing. Actually, no, we'll just do it on a metronome for now. That's fine. Yeah, because usually what I have everybody do is sort of like use two devices, like use like a phone through a Bluetooth speaker for a drum loop, and then use the computer for the Zoom call. But we'll since we're just kind of impromptuing this right now, let's use a metronome. So let's set it to 85.
85.
So okay, so so what we're gonna do is just to sort of get everybody warmed up on this. I'm gonna have everybody mute yourselves except for me, and then what we're gonna do is the first time we're gonna go around and we're gonna play. We're just gonna play roots. So like just for like.
And how do I do original sound, by the way?
If you're on a phone, you're going to have to get off the Zoom call, go into the Zoom settings, find audio, turn on original sound, and then get back on the Zoom call, and then the setting will be in the little more, the three dots in the corner, if it's not there already. All right. It's okay. We can just do it. Okay. So the first time we're gonna go around the progression. Oh yeah, just coming back. So we're gonna go around the progression a couple times. The first time just playing quarter notes on the root, so just like. The second time that we go around, we're going to play 1-5. So like. Right? And then the third time we go around, we're going to play 1-3-5-8. So. And that's just to kind of get us warmed up on the progression. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go around and trade bass lines. Okay? So cool. Here, let's, I don't know. Andrew, did you hear what we're doing at all? Oh, and you're muted, by the way.
Yes, that we're doing quarter notes, and then we're going to trade bass lines.
Yeah. So the first time that we go around, it's just roots. The second time we go around, you're doing 1-5-1-5. The third time you go around, we're doing 1-3-5-8. And then that's just to get us warmed up on that, and then we're gonna switch over to trading bass lines. So yeah, for now, mute yourself. You found the original sound setting when you got off?
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
Great. So for now, just mute yourself, and then I'll lead this part. Just do what I do, and then I'm gonna play bass line, and then we're gonna go around round robin. All right, here we go. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, ready? One, 5. All right, how was that for everybody? Give me a thumbs up if that was cool. Give me a thumbs down if it was bad. Give me a. All right, let's do it one more time. All right. So B flat, E flat, F. Once we get first time is roots, second time is 1-5, third time is triad. B flat, D, F, B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat, F, A, C, F, B flat, D, F, B flat. Ready? 1, 2, just the roots first time. Nice. All right, now, everybody make sure that you have original sound on. So yeah, Andrew, for you on your phone, you're gonna have to go into hit the more button, like the 3 dots, and then turn on original sound on the call itself. Everybody else who's on a computer, it should be up in the upper right-hand corner. Say original sound on. And so yeah, so what we're gonna do is, so similar to what we just did. So now it's, I'm going to do a bass line. Miles is going to do a bass line. Steve's going to do a bass line. Andrew's going to do a bass line. The first time we go around, it's root and octave based. The second time you go around, it's 1 and 5 based. The third time you go around, it's arpeggio based. And then the last time, it's a free-for-all. Does everybody understand that?
So we're limited in the notes we can use, but we're doing our own thing with each of those note sets.
Yeah, you're improvising a bass line on those changes with these restrictions set in place. So yeah, first time only roots and octaves. Second time roots and fifths. Third time you can use all three notes in the arpeggio, and then the fourth time it's do whatever you want.
Do what you wanna.
Exactly. All right. Here I'm gonna go first, and then Miles. So. Hold on a sec. Sorry. I wasn't clear. My bad. So we're gonna just take turns. So I'm gonna do it, and the thing I forgot to say is the cycle. Do the cycle twice. And whatever you do the first time, try and do it again the second time. All right. So you just heard mine. Bo 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 bo. All right, now Miles, you go ahead and get your metronome going, and come up with a bass line. Do it 2 times through the cycle. Nice. Nailed it. Basic rock and roll, quarter notes on the downbeat. Let's go. All right, Steve, go ahead. You're muted, by the way, Steve. Oh, there you go. Oh, did we lose Steve? Oh, wait, I think he just turned his video off by accident. Cool.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Go ahead.
Try it next.
No. So this time here. So the first time we're gonna go around. Everybody's gonna get a turn each time. So this time it's only do roots and octaves. Do the cycle twice and try and come up with a rhythm.
Okay.
Nice. All right, that's good. Just 2 times through. All right, Andrew, go ahead.
Okay, I don't have an audible metronome, so
It's okay.
I screwed up.
Nice. Nice. No, no, pretty solid time for not having a metronome. But yeah, I like that groove. Do 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 do. That's a fun bass line. All right, so now same thing, but this time you're allowed to use the fifth. Okay. So I'll go first. All right, Miles, go ahead. So I want you to go one more time and make sure that you're doing the chord changes. So it's 1 or B flat, E flat, F, B flat, then repeat B flat. And so you can use the notes that you have available to you are 1 and 5. So you can play. You get it?
Yeah, I think I got it now. I was a little bit confused earlier, but now this makes a lot more sense. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like 4 bars. The first bar is B flat, the second bar is E flat, the third bar is F, and the fourth bar is back to B flat. And
Okay.
and you're coming up with the bass line, and you can use 1 and 5 this time going around.
Okay, so my options are B flat and F, and then for E flat, 5 would be B flat,
Yep,
and then for F, 5 would be C.
nailed it.
Okay, I'm with you now. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
All right, give it a shot. Nice, I like that. All right, Steve, go ahead.
Get my metronome going.
Nice. I think something happened to your original sound. I think it got turned off, but we could hear it. We could hear it enough. That was good. I like boom. That was fun. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay. 1, 2. Wait, sorry.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Sorry.
All right. So now this last or the third time we're doing. You can use now. You can add the third. So same 1 and 5th, but also now you can add the third in there. Messed up a little bit on that second chord the first time, but it's okay. All right, go ahead, Miles.
How are you doing the grace notes? Are those inhales?
No, they're valve things. Like I'm going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little quick. All right, go ahead, Miles.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice. You hear how you locked in a lot better that second time. The first time, it's once you get in the and this is why I was saying at the beginning, it's ears, theory, and groove. All three of those things need to be rock solid and working together, because it's so easy to start thinking about something and then get thrown off. You know what I mean? But no, that was great. You corrected yourself good on that second time around. All right, go ahead, Steve. Is when up in the upper right hand corner of the call? Does it say original sound for musicians on?
No,
What's it say? Nothing.
nothing pertaining to.
Okay. So you're on a computer, right?
I'm on an iPad Pro.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, then you're gonna have to do the same thing that Andrew did and get off the call and turn it on and come back. But that was okay. I could hear what you were doing. Well, actually, no. It sounded like you didn't use the thirds at all. It sounded like you just played ones and fives, right?
Yeah, shit. I'm sorry. I forgot what the setup was.
Okay, so yeah. So this time, use 1, 3, and 5.
Okay. All right.
Nice. All right. Well, it looks like we lost everybody else. Well, that was good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we still couldn't hear you that well, but actually, yeah, no, this is good for the future. So, Steve, so hop off the call, even though we're pretty much done. But then once you enable it, it'll be enabled forever. So hop off, go into the settings, go on Zoom, and actually, you know what? Don't worry about it now because we'll just be done for now. But what you're gonna do is
I set it on original sound weeks ago, and I thought that it would once it's set.
Oh wait, okay. Then for you probably just have to go down in the corner where it says more and it's 3 dots. You see that on the bottom of the screen?
Yes, right.
Okay, so hit that, and then you should see original sound enable.
Bingo.
Got it. Okay. Cool. All right, let's do one more round then. And this is just a do whatever you want round. And we will then call it. All right. I'm being an idiot. hold on. All right. Sorry.
That's okay.
All
It's
right,
hard to
Miles.
stay with just the 1-3-5 and not
Well,
get
no,
off into something else.
this is the free for all. So do whatever. Show us what you got, Miles.
Oh man.
Follow up, but I'll see. What
Yeah, no, I meant I'm sorry that I showed off, and now
No,
you gotta
you're
be
fine.
like.
Oh, which one metronome on?
Yeah, nice, groovy. All right, give it a shot, Steve.
My metronome I just hit the wrong
Uh-oh.
button.
Yeah, we're at 85.
There we go. Oh, I know why I can't tell where I'm at. Something my call that I just got screwed up with the screen. Okay. Damn, it's still doing something crazy.
Yeah, it's like cutting out the second beat or something for some reason.
I see what it did. It went on to 7/4, and then it gives the example "Money" from Pink Floyd. That's a lot of help. All right, get this back down to 4. Sorry to hold you up.
It's all good.
Okay, all right, we're there. Kind of. It's keeping the beats. Just knocking out of it.
It's all right. Just play
Okay.
along.
Oh, let me get the third in there.
Yeah, yeah, man. You got it's obvious that you got skills. You're just out of shape.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's all good. You just get back to it. Oh, Andrew came back right in time. All right, Andrew, you're back right in time for your last take. Go ahead.
The problem is my phone ran out of batteries.
Yeah, I figured.
And I had problems with Zoom. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. We're on the last one. You literally you're right in line.
Okay.
All right, so this is the last one. Do whatever you want.
Okay.
Oh, and you're not on. Your original sound got turned off. Go into the more and hit more and enable it. I know. Zoom. Oh no, you didn't have to get off, but well, he's gone.
Oh no!
No, it's so confusing. It's so confusing with the because yeah, on a computer you just go in and you just turn it on and do it and whatever.
Mm.
But then yeah, it was like you, Steve. Like I didn't. So yeah, you got to enable it in the call, Andrew. You got to hit the more button on the bottom.
I think it should be on now.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, even the background sound better.
Let's hear it. Let's hear a note. Give it to us. Oh,
Okay.
those AirPods are gonna.
Oh, the AirPods are worse?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Is
We're
that
good.
better or worse?
Yeah, let's hear
Better
it.
or worse?
It's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, but it also really points out the importance of playing to time because like you were playing great notes, but the time was all over the place. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. Part of
No,
it
it's
is
fine. It's fine. It's just
my
you know
dad called in the middle,
it's
so
all
it
good.
threw off my timing. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. You know, but it's also this thing where like everything that we play, you want to be imagining a groove inside your head so and be playing along with that groove so that you keep time. You know, like and so like we were just doing it to a metronome, but even like while I was playing along to the metronome, I was hearing a drummer going like you know, or like something like that because it just helps you. It helps you keep it all in. Um, well, all right. That's pretty much all the time we got for today. Thank you guys for coming. I hope this was fun and good.
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. Well,
I
yeah.
know you could have picked an exercise much more challenging than this, but so I appreciate you keeping it at something I was able to do.
Well, no, I mean, and that's really what I'm trying to do with these with all of these kind of like group Zoom call exercises. I'm trying to make it a thing that can be accessible from level 1 to level 10 because this is the type of thing. Like when I do this in my studio, I've got dudes who are at any one of y'all's levels, but then also like I've got this one dude who's like a Berklee College of Music jazz composition dude, and he gets just as much out of it as anyone else does because it's still just the same basic stuff that you got to learn and that you got to work on, you know, no matter what. So it's great. This was great for me. I hope it was great for you. Yeah, every Tuesday, come on back.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy, y'all.
Have a good
Thank
evening.
you.
Later.
You.